Good afternoon, everybody. Mayor Buckley here. It's Sunday, March the 28th, about 1 o'clock. I'm here at City Hall in the mayor's office. Tim's with me once again. And I want to give you an update on several things that are going on in the city. And so we're going to start out with some dates, some items that are going to occur. So if you have pen and paper available, I'll give you a second so you can jot down some notes. If you're a baseball fan, next Saturday, April the 3rd at 9:30 in the morning, you're invited to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new baseball field over at Beech Grove High School. It's just behind the football field, and when you go over there, if you haven't seen it, you're really going to be surprised because it is absolutely beautiful. It's Jim Hensley, named after Jim Hensley, a longtime Beech Grove supporter. It's Jim Hensley Field of Dreams. So we invite you over there. There's a double hitter, I think, next Saturday with the Beech Grove High School. So come on out. April is being declared as cleanup month in the city of Beech Grove. So we encourage you to help us clean up our city. So go out in front of your home, and if you live on an alley, please go out in your alley and pick up trash. So it'll help beautify our city. And April the 22nd is Earth Day. So we want to acknowledge that, and we need to be environmentally friendly. As a matter of fact, we just renewed our Clean City certification with IDEM. We are only one of about 25 now cities and towns in the state of Indiana that have received IDEM's gold recognition. So I'm very proud of that. But we can still do better, so please help us keep the city clean. April the 5th starts our annual street cleaning program, and it'll run through October. And then if you go online, www.beechgrove.com, go to the home page, scroll over to the left column, and you can pull up 2021 street sweeping schedule. Please follow that because it'll take you all the way through the summer and early fall, and they'll come through there and clean your streets, and it's a very good program. Our director of Public Works, Brad, has done a nice job with this, and we look for the roads to be cleaned from the winter and present a positive image for our city. If you have paid attention lately to some talks on the council about the fire department with IFD, there's some interest in possibly combining our fire suppression division with the city of Indianapolis. Not the entire fire department, just the fire suppression division. We're just talking about it, and it's an interesting conversation. On April the 13th at 6:30 p.m. at Hornet Park, there is a town hall meeting, and it's being conducted by the firefighters, local 416, the district 416 of Beech Grove. So they want to present why this may be a really good thing to do for the future of our city. I have always said from the day I began as mayor that I would be interested and I would sign an agreement for fire protection services with the city of Indianapolis if it was in the best interest of the citizens of Beech Grove. And I think this may be the case, but I'd like to hear further, and I think you should hear from what these men and women have to say. So April the 13th, 6:30 p.m. at the Hornet Park Community Center. So we're interested in that, and see how it goes. On May the 8th, that's a Saturday, from noon until 4, is our annual Going Green in the Grove program put on by the Greenscape Commission. That will be held at Hornet Park Community Center. This year we are going to attempt to give away 600 trees. So come on out. It's a really nice environmental program, and you can pick up a tree. So those are some of the events that are going on. And when we get back, I want to talk to you about where we're at with COVID. So I'll be right back. And I want to talk to you about where we're at concerning COVID and the plans to reopen our municipal buildings. First of all, we're a little over a year into this, and I certainly am COVID tired. I want my normal life back, as do all of you, but we have to be patient. I became vaccinated back in February. I waited my turn. My position as mayor shouldn't give me an advantage to get early vaccination. I waited until they opened it up for 65 years old and older. I'm 65, so I went and got my vaccination. My final vaccination was on February the 20th, so I would be considered as totally vaccinated. However, that doesn't give me carte blanche to just go out and be like I used to be. I got to be careful. I still social distance, and I recommend that you do too. I still wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask obviously right now, but I'm just here with Tim, and both of us have been vaccinated. So, but if I'm in a crowd, like I was in church this morning, I will always have a mask on. If I go into a business, I will put a mask on. So, and I want you to do the same thing. Recently Governor Holcomb lifted the restrictions, and now it's just a mask advisory. Mayor Hogshead last Thursday wouldn't do that, and he is our county executive, so he has the final say as long as it is more stringent than the governor's. So between Mayor Hogshead and our health commissioner, Dr. Kane, obviously they feel that we're not ready to not wear masks and social distance again. So I was hoping that we would open up to where the mask would be an advisory thing, and social distancing would be down to 3 feet or less, but that's not the case. So for a little while longer, we're going to have to wear a mask, and our percentages of occupancy have to be reduced. I think it's 75% for restaurants now, and I think it's 50% with gyms, but I could be wrong on that. But I thought it was ironic. my wife Patty and I were talking about it, and she doesn't feel that. She thinks it's too early to lift the mask mandate, and she said that she was going to wear a mask whenever she was out in public, and I thought that was pretty good. She doesn't comment a whole lot about things, but she's in the medical profession and she sees it every day, and she's just accustomed to wearing a mask, and I think that's a security thing, and so I get that. So, but anyway, I was kind of hoping for something a little different. But I can tell you that as mayor, I am not going to order any person to wear a mask or to close any business. I haven't done it so far. And if I did, I would have to issue an order that is more stringent than Mayor Hogsett's, and I'm not willing to do that. I've always felt from day one that if a business closes or reduces their hours or the number of people that come into their business, that should be left up to the business owner. And I'm sticking to that, and but that's where I'm at right now, and hopefully by the 1st of May, we'll have better news, and some of these things will be lifted. But anyway, I'm going to talk to you about our government, where we're at with COVID. Our senior center has done very well. They are opening back up on Monday, April the 5th. So that's good news. Stephanie has done a very good job as the director down there. They have some very good protocols in place, and they have done well protecting the people who enter that building. The Hornet Park Community Center is open. They have some restrictions, but for the most part, they are open for normal business. You can rent banquet rooms. You can rent shelters. You have to wear a mask when you come in the building. Same way with at the Senior Citizen Center. So those buildings are back up and running. Our Parks Department has always been open, and it continues to be open as we speak. Our Police Department and Fire Department, those essential services continue as we speak. There's been no change. Sometimes they work from home, sometimes they don't, but obviously civilian paramedics, firefighters, and police officers cannot work from home. So some staff maybe will work from home, some won't. Depends on what's going on. But they are back up and running at full capacity. Our Public Works Department is probably the most affected by COVID. I was kind of disappointed with the governor's office and the state health commissioner, because I could never get through to them that, in my opinion, the people who work at DPW, who handle trash and who work on sanitary sewers, those people have just as much risk to COVID as the police officer and the fire department. These guys handle trash Monday through Friday. They work on sewers, sanitary sewers, Monday through Friday, and COVID is very prominent in wastewater and trash. So why the governor's office and why the health commissioner for the state would not classify these people as essential workers, I'm at a loss for that. Those workers, those who pick up trash, those who work on sanitary sewers, they should be treated as essential workers and get vaccination, along with teachers, police officers, firefighters, civilian paramedics, people who work in grocery stores, and the list goes on, and obviously healthcare professionals. All of those people should already had the vaccination if they wanted it. So DPW has been on a modified schedule. They haven't missed a beat. These guys work hard every single day. So we're looking at going back to normal operations. I wanted to do it on April 15th, but I'm not sure about that. I think I might do it on May 3rd. I want to see some more numbers come in from the health department. But I'm looking now at May the 3rd. We had a department head meeting on Friday, and I told them April 15th, but that might be a little bit too early for me. So now I'm looking more towards May the 3rd. City Hall. A lot of you ask, when are you going to open City Hall? It's been closed for a long time. It has been. But the people who work in this building have exposures. They will be exposed to a lot of people who come in and out. They'll be exposed to handling paper, handling money. So we have really stifled the traffic coming in and out of this building. The building is open. The employees have reported every day for a long time. It's just that we won't let you into the building. You'll have to do business from the front door. We have always encouraged you to either pay your bill online, use the drop box on 8th Street, or the mailbox on the front of the building. And we could ask that you continue to do that. And even when we open back up, we still ask you to do those things. Probably when we open up, you'll be required to wear a mask when you come in the building, and we may only allow one person to come in the building at a time. Our meetings that we have up in the council chambers are open to the public. Will continue to be open for the public, but we will ask that you wear a mask when you come in. So we're looking at May the 3rd to open City Hall back up. I wanted to do it April 15th, but as with DPW, I'm not sure. That may be just a tad early. I want to take another look at some of these numbers, and then we'll go from there. But we're tentatively going to open back up to the public on May 3rd. Now, if you live in the Beech Grove area and you have a vaccination scheduled down at the South Campus, and you don't have a way to get down there, we will give you a ride down there. All you have to do is call the Senior Center, 788-4977. Don't have to be a member. It's not going to cost you a dime. We want you to get vaccinated. We will take you down there, we will wait on you, and then we will bring you home. Now, there's a couple other things that are going on with the vaccination, and I hope they work out for us. We have a strong desire to be a vaccination point for the people in Beech Grove. We're working with a local pharmacy and a local healthcare provider. We're not there yet, and I don't know if we're going to get there. I hope so. We want to be able to provide the citizens of Beech Grove with a vaccination at no charge to be conducted at our senior center. We've got a ways to go on this, and hopefully this will work out. So keep your fingers crossed on that. I'm anxious about this. I want to do that for the people of Beech Grove, and we'll see how that plays out. And the final thing I want to talk to you about concerning COVID is beginning next Tuesday, March the 30th, members of the Beech Grove Fire Department will be giving vaccinations to residents in Beech Grove who are homebound. We've already scheduled 4 for next Tuesday. I think this is a wonderful thing. And the only criteria there is to be eligible for this shot is, number 1, you have to be homebound. And number 2, you have to live in Beech Grove. There's no charge for this shot. We will come to you. And if you have your pen and paper handy, I'm going to give you some ways to schedule your shot. The first number you can call is an 800 number. It's 1-800-986-3505. If you live in the city of Beech Grove, you're homebound, and you would like to have the vaccination, call that number and schedule a time and date. It's the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, so it's just a one-shot deal. If you are not homebound and you live in the city of Beech Grove, you can get vaccinated throughout the month of April at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. All you have to do is call 211 and schedule a time and date. So we strongly encourage you to get vaccinated, and hopefully the more people that can get vaccinated, the sooner that we can go back to normal life. So I'm going to wrap up the COVID portion of this by stating that please wear a mask when you're out in public. If you don't feel well, stay home. Provide social distancing with people who are not family members. And this goes back to day 1, wash your hands. So I'll be right back and we'll wrap up this conversation. Thank you. I'm back for the final segment of our conversation today. And I forgot a couple of dates that are pretty relevant, and I want to pass them on to you. The first date is, and I don't know how I forgot about this, but I did. We had to cancel the shredding event back in February because it was too cold. So we've rescheduled that for Saturday, April the 17th, behind City Hall from 9 a.m. to noon. That's free shredding, free appliance drop-off, no tube TVs. Our friends at the Beech Grove Little League are going to assist us with this event. So we're looking forward to that. We get a lot of calls on shredding. It's a very popular event, and we're going to be back up and running, and hopefully the weather's conducive to a nice event. So April the 17th, 9 to noon, behind City Hall, free shredding, free appliance drop-off, no tube TVs. And finally, the Little League didn't have much of a season last year because of COVID, but now we're hoping for a complete season down there at Hartman Park. I was down there Friday afternoon, or it was either Friday afternoon or yesterday afternoon, one of the two. But they've got the place looking pretty good for this early in the year. So looking forward to some baseball. Opening day is Saturday, April the 24th. And that steps off with the annual Little League Parade beginning at 9 a.m. Down in the city. It starts down in the city park and comes up and goes to the Little League Diamonds. Hopefully the girls softball will split off there at the top of the hill and go down to the middle school. But that parade is 9 a.m. and then they have the opening day. So I forgot those, and I apologize for that, and I wanted to get those across to you. But anyway, over the last month, we have witnessed, as a country, a couple of tragedies. The first one was down in Atlanta, in the Atlanta, Georgia area, in the spas. I think 3 different spas were affected. And then the grocery store out in Boulder, Colorado. And my heart breaks for all of those people because we as a society should not accept that. I put out a statement earlier this week to the media, and I wanted to share this with you. And it goes something like this. Recently, we have once again experienced heartbreaking tragedies in our country. My thoughts are with everyone affected by the acts of terror in Georgia and in Colorado, especially Boulder Police Department officer Eric Talley, who gave his life so others may live. Hatred has no place in this country, especially in the small city where I live, work, and have the privilege to represent. No matter where you are in your life's journey, all are welcome in the city of Beech Grove. And I just wanted to read that again. And I've said from the day one that I was mayor that we have to be an inclusive city. And I'm not going to ponder about what happened before I was mayor. And I'm not going to concern myself with what happens after I'm no longer mayor. But I can tell you what's going to happen while I'm mayor. And that is, wherever you are at in your life's journey, all are welcome here. And all means all. All right, thanks everybody for your time, and I wish all of you nothing but good health. Thank you.